Yes, Abhishek, I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, today. Yes, have you prepared all sections?
Yes, sir.
Yes, let me start. Basic, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself Abhishek Gupta. I am from Gangapur city, Rajasthan. I have completed my foundational education from my hometown, Gangapur city. After that, I pursued BSc Honors in Chemistry from Maharaja College, Jaipur, University of Rajasthan. Subsequently, I got selected in IIT-G examination with an All India rank of 290, which gets me into the IIT Gandhinagar. During my master's, I got into the two research projects. The first one includes the hydrolysis of urea present in human urine into ammonia with the help of immobilized urea enzyme. And second one includes the synthesis of small therapeutic molecules for the treatment of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Both these subjects, I have explored analytical techniques like UV, IR, NMR, mass, etc. And also, these projects sparked my interest toward research and data analysis. Apart from these, I've also excelled in national level highly competitive exams like CSR, NET, and GATE. I achieved All India rank 46 in the CSR NET JRF and All India rank of 468 in the GATE examination. And I believe and confident that my research skills, coupled with my academic theory knowledge, can be proven a valuable asset to this organization.
Yes, Abhishek, your name is Abhishek. What the meaning of your name? Describe.
Uh, So, meaning of my name is from the Sanskrit language perspective is blessing, and it also represents the ritual which is done in the ancient times when the when a king thrones at the kingdom.
Any antonyms, synonyms in your name?
So it means blessing.
Yes, how do you feel about your name? Who is make it? What? Who is found it? Who is create your name?
Uh, Sir, in our normal public, it's quite common name of our generation. Like there are too many Abhishek in my class too. And I think it's most commonly due to the superstar Amitabh Bachchan's son Abhishek Bachchan.
Yes, good. Next, move on. What's your strength and weakness? Any two, 3 point.
Sir, in my strength and weakness, I am a disciplined, punctual, and a reliable person. You can rely on me on any task. I will give 100% to that work. And talking about the weaknesses, I think I got involved in the process too much sometimes that I deny to take shortcuts that may be profitable. But I understand that it's okay to take shortcuts sometimes.
Yes, good. Yeah, next, move on NFL section. Yes, you have a lot of knowledge in your subject in chemistry. So suppose if you will be selected in NFL, so how will you contribute your knowledge in chemistry and officer post? What will you change?
Uh, so NFL being a chemical industry, so I will utilize my theoretical and research knowledge to this. And their major functionality is fertilizer production, urea production. And it also involves chemical reaction and will need the chemical sense. So I think my master's experience, my academic theory knowledge can be proven a good contribution to the organization.
Yes, what the role of chemist post in NFL?
So role of the chemist post in NFL is to take care of the reaction, to optimize the process, to measure the safety standards of the lab, and to also sometimes to collaborate with other departments like engineers and other scientists, and also to assist the project designs. Roles are there.
Yes, what the main application of NFL organization, PSU?
Uh, Sir, NFL is a Navratna PSU under Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers. It is the second largest fertilizer making company in the India. So it majorly creates urea and other fertilizers like neem coated urea, bentonite, sulfur, sodium nitrate. So it has all the application in the agriculture field.
Yes, good. NFL is your fertilizer brand name is Kisan. What the main application of Kisan? What the beneficial point in
Sir,
our
NFL,
society farming?
sorry.
Is what the main beneficial point of Kisan fertilizer in our society, in our farming family?
NFL produce many products and to brand them under a single name known as Kisan. So in the public domain, it is commonly Kisan brand name that farmer buy from the NFL journal stores and areas.
Yes, what the percentage of urea in Kisan fertilizer?
Uh, Sir, in urea, 46% nitrogen content.
Yes, farmer, why they are using in Kisan fertilizer in farming land? What the reason? Any 3 point?
Sir, NFL being started in 1974 and serving the this agriculture economy till then. So it is able to gain the trust of the farmers since it's totally dedicated to the farmers' cultivation growth. And they applied it many times, like at a cheaper rates also. So,
The next one is what is water treatment? What the main application of water treatment in NFL?
water treatment context to the fertilizer industry. There are so many of water pollution happening. In chemical processes, there are hard water that come out of the labs and need to be treated. For water treatment, we can use the reverse osmosis, ion exchange, and also remove the permanent or temporary hardness of water.
Yes, how to remove water hardness from any method? How many
Sir,
types of
hardness is of
hardness?
two types, temporary and permanent. For temporary hardness, we can do it by boiling. Like it is majorly due to the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. But for permanent hardness, we need to do more extensive methods like reverse osmosis, ion exchange, or sometimes we can use the detergents and precipitation methods to clean that.
Yes, what the difference between soft and hard water?
Sir, hard water contains so many of mineral impurities. Mineral concentration is higher in the hard water, and soft water is free of them.
The next is RO, reverse osmosis. What the main application of reverse osmosis, RO water in our society? Describe.
So, reverse osmosis is the process to clean the water so that it can be make purified to drink. It is commonly used in Indian households to remove the calcium and magnesium sulfates and chlorides from the uh, water. In this, the low to high concentration flow of solvent occur.
Yes, what the pH of basic simple water, drinking water, distilled water, RO
So pH
water,
of the
saline
drinking
water,
water is
water.
so pH of drinking water is nearly 7, and the saline water is nearly greater than 7. Groundwater and surface water both have pH in the range of 6 to 9, depend on the conditions they are in. Like if there are rocks or saline or acidic, then it can change their pH. And also in the surface water, if something got added like acid rain or something, then its pH got changed.
Yes, what is TDS in RO water?
Sorry, sir. I don't know.
Total dissolved solid. Water measurement value is 52 to 300 for drinking water, according to UN, WHO. What the role of UV in RO process?
UV.
UV light.
I think UV light can be used to kill bacteria and other microorganisms from the water and use as a cleaning agent.
Yes, presently so many disease present in our society as a water, like Rajasthan is fluorosis. Yes, no, arsenic.
Hmm.
As a scientist, how to remove? Yeah, what type of suggestion from your side? How to remove this type of disease in our society?
Sir, we can use many analytical techniques for them. Like we can use AAS or AIS for their elemental analysis that which is present, and we can use the complex metric titrations to remove them. Like we can use EDTA that can bind with them, and we can also use other spectroscopy methods.
Groundwater treatment. What is groundwater treatment? How to purify the
Groundwater.
water?
So groundwater is naturally purified by the rocks present in the earth crust, by the filters or layers of soil, clays, and rocks.
How many methods present in water treatment process? Any initial to final? Any
Uh,
method?
uh, as far as I know, sir, reverse osmosis, ion exchange, precipitation, and sometimes we can also use simple boiling or desalination, precipitation. I think there are many methods, but like we can use EDTA to clean water. So,
Yes, good. Next is why you want to join NFL as a chemistry officer. Why will you become a
uh,
chemist officer in NFL? Describe 50 to 100 words.
Sir, I have many reasons to join NFL. First of all, I want a good job and good career growth, and NFL align with my career aspirations. Second one, it belongs to a chemical industry, so it's a core field from in which I am in from next last 7 to 8 years. So I just want to apply my knowledge that I've been studying from the recent years. And last but not the least, it is directly contributing to our primary economic sector, agriculture. So if by any means I can contribute to society with along with my job, then it would be a great cause.
Yes. Next, move on your MSc project. Yes, you have done two projects: synthesis of ammonia and other one synthesis of enzyme Perkin conjugates. Yes, sir. Yes, what the main application of these
Yes.
projects?
The first one includes the synthesis of ammonia from the urea present in the human urine. So it is a trial to optimize this reaction so that we can produce more ammonia and reduce our dependency on the Haber process, which is highly costly to high pressure conditions are there. And the second one is belongs to the drug discovery, in which we are trying to form a medicine for the Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease by the oxycodone derivatives. And,
Yes, no problem. We have already lot of discussion in your project. First one is you have lot of knowledge in your project. Yes, now. And suppose if you will be selected in NFL as a chemist post, your post is chemist. How will you contribute your knowledge, project knowledge in your department NFL chemist? How will you manage them? Yeah, how will you change in your department?
Okay. So my first project is related to urea, and fortunately, NFL is also working on making urea. So, I can apply the methods that we use to optimize that process. We use many analytical techniques, and we also use the nanoparticle technology. So, we can optimize that process into our government is also promoting nano urea, nano DAP this time. So I think this technology can be used, and many characterization process should be done for that. And regarding second project, I think since organic synthesis, if we need it, then my experience will be helpful.
Yes, good. Next, move on laboratory and titration sections. Yes, what the basic difference between qualitative, quantitative, volumetric, gravimetric, and instrumental analysis?
So qualitative analysis is an analytical technique in which gives us about the identity of the substance, like which substance is present. And quantitative analysis is the analysis in which we get to know how much amount of substance is or ion is present. In the volumetric and gravimetric titration, the volumetric titrations are the quantitative titration in which we get to know the quantity by volumes. And in the gravimetric, the mass change is the major factor. And instrumentation is the one in which we need any machine to carry out our analysis.
Yes, good. Qualitative, quantitative. Third point is gravimetric. Yes. Gravimetric is a basic point is precipitation. What is precipitation?
Yes. So precipitation, gravimetric is a method which depend on the mass, and by precipitation we can filter it out. Like if we want to point out how much amount of chlorine is there, so we use silver then and make HCl precipitate and filter it out so that we can predict how much amount of chlorine is present in our sample, like that. And precipitation occurs when a solute dissolves in a saturated solution and it's come out of the solution.
Yes, good. Next one is volumetric analysis. Volumetric is your first basic is titration. What is titration and how many type of titration present in any experiment?
Titration is an analytical technique in which we take a known amount of concentration called as titrant, and to know about our analyte concentration with the help of an indicator. At the endpoint, indicator changes color. That's called the titration. It is of three types: acid-base, complexometric, uh, acid-base, complexometric, and redox titration.
Yes, what the basic difference of each one?
So in acid-base titration, we use a base as a titrant and an indicator. Like we put base in the burette with the acid indicator in the beaker, and it changes color so that we know about the concentration of unknown acid. In the complex titration, we use a metal indicator like EDTA, which binds to the metal, changes color. And in the redox, we determine the concentration of a species that can reduce or oxidize.
Yes, good. Next is instrumental analysis. What is instrumental analysis? What the role of instrumental analysis in analytical chemistry and chemistry?
So instrumental analysis is the modern methods of analysis. It includes spectroscopies, chromatographies, and other techniques like UV, IR, NMR, mass spectrometry. So basically, they need a machine to analyze them.
Yes, instrumental analysis. Yes, first one is chromatography. What is chromatography and how many types of chromatography?
So chromatography is a separation technique in which basically two phases are there: stationary phase and mobile phase. And based on the affinity of polarity, affinity of ions, they got exchanged. Majorly thin layer chromatography, paper chromatography, HPLC, and gas chromatography. I think,
Yes.
yeah, so these are the major types.
Yes, what the basic difference between chromatography, thin layer chromatography, gas liquid chromatography, HPLC? What the main application of these is for chromatography?
So they all are separation techniques. Like in the column chromatography, we use a stationary phase, solid stationary phase like silica and alumina, and put a non-polar solvent in them. And on the basis of polarity, they got separated on their elution time, and we can separate them. In the HPLC, we put the pressure with the help of machine and separate them. In the thin layer chromatography, we just use the retention factor to determine our different solids present in the sample. In the gas chromatography, we use a carrier gas that moves over the sample with our moves over the stationary phase with our sample and got separated on the basis of their boiling point. So all have common mobile phase and stationary phase, and state or different stationary mobile phase changes the name of the chromatography.
Yes, good. Next is flame photometry. What is flame photometry?
So flame photometry method in which we see different kinds of flames generating from the compound, like through the barium and strontium. We see for strontium we see red colored flame. So by using the color of the flame, we identify a compound. It's a kind of preliminary test.
Yes, other one is spectroscopy is EAS, atomic absorption spectroscopy, atomic emission spectroscopy, and ICP, inductively plasma spectroscopy. What the difference of these one? What the use application?
So these are all of the techniques of elemental analysis. In the atomic absorption spectroscopy, we heated the sample and converted it into a gaseous stage. Then we put a specific wavelength light on that sample, and then we measure the absorbance of the transmitted light. And using BL-Lambert's law, we can put out its concentration. In the atomic emission spectroscopy, we excite it to the higher excited state, and when it comes down, it releases the wavelength, and we can it releases the wavelength, and by using the intensity of that wavelength, we can quantify that how much amount is present. In the ICP-MS, inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometry, we put an X-ray to the molecules, and by using the fragments of different mass, E by Z ratio, we can separate them.
Yes, next is halo cathode lamp, HCl. What do
Also,
you
it's used the atomic absorption spectroscopy.
Next one is X-ray diffraction. What is X-ray spectroscopy? What the main application of X-ray?
So XRD is a technique used to characterize the solid core crystals. So, in this, we use X-rays that got reflected following the Bragg's laws, and by plotting the graph between the 2 theta and the lambda, we can characterize the compound that which element is there.
Yes, ICP, AES, and AS. Which one is more better? Using technique.
Sir, ICP-AS is for the single element detection. If we want to detect multiple elements, then ICP-AES is better.
Yes, accuracy is better in AS than ICP.
Okay.
AES. The next one, instrumental analysis, is UV visibility spectroscopy. Yes, what the main application of UV spectro? What the role of UV in instrumental analysis?
So UV visual spectroscopy determine we can determine the absorbance by it. and by using the observance, we can determine also concentration. So, like in the ammonia case, we can use finite method to make a blue indifferent dye, and then we can check its observance and directly relate that observance to the concentration by B.L.Lambert's law.
Yes, what are the main application of VL-Lambert law?
So it states that the observance of a sample depends on the concentration and the length used. So it is equation turned out to be A equals to epsilon CL, where the epsilon is the molar extinction coefficient, concentration into length. So we can relate concentration to the observance by this law.
Yes, good. Next, move on. Laboratory in qualitative and quantitative analysis. Yes, how to detect elemental analysis? Element like nitrogen, sulfur, halogen in a lab.
So we can use Lasagna's test for nitrogen sulfur halogens.
Yes, nitrogen. How to detect nitrogen in a lab first?
For nitrogen, we need to react with the FeSO4 and it converts into ferriferrous cyanide, a Persian blue color compound.
Yes, you talk about Rasanian. Lasagne, yeah, sodium acetate solution. How to prepare sodium acetate solution? Lasagne.
For this, we need to take the sodium atom, sodium compound into a small capillary and heat it till it melt down, and then put our sample onto it, and then we need to break down the capillary in the water bath, and then to filter it and further use it.
Yes, good. Next one, sulfur and nitrogen both present together. Which test is follow?
Sulfur and nitrogen both present together. Like firstly, we can do Lasagna test. So it indicates the NSOCl presence, and then for nitrogen, we can do amines test, like Hinsberg test. If it is positive, then nitrogen is present. I don't know about sulfur, nitrogen.
Yes, present together test with FeCl3.
Okay.
Blood red is present. Next one, halogen test.
Sir, halogen test in which we use a silver nitrate compound and it will form a precipitate. On based on the color of precipitate, we can separate them out. Like for white precipitate, iodine is there, and for the yellow precipitate, chlorine or bromine. Chlorine or bromine is there. No, sorry. For white precipitate, bromine is there, and for yellow precipitate, chlorine. Sorry, sir, I'm confused with the color name, but we can separate out on the color.
Yes, silver nitrate test, Limer test, lye test. Yeah, the other one is good, basic. The other one is boiling point and melting point. What the basic difference, boiling point and melting point, or what the example?
So melting point is the temperature at which a solid converts into the liquid at 1 atm pressure, and boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid converts into the vapor phase. Example is the water.
Yes, just a minute, 2 minutes only, है ना? Some urgent.
You don't have to put into phone host and educational tools like that.
Yes, let me continue.
Yes, sir.
Yes, urgent work is. Then let's move on. Functional group. What the main application of functional group and titration?
Sir, sorry, sir. Repeat the question.
Yes, functional group in titration. What the main application of functional group?
Functional group are the species in a hydrocarbon that represent its identity, like aldehyde, ketone, amides, or acids, and they give different conformity test of them.
Like carbohydrate, how to detect carbohydrate in a lab?
So for carbohydrate, we have Molish test, In the Mollis test, we use alpha naphthol plus H2SO4 plus our compound, and it will give a violet, brown colored ring.
Aldehyde ketone. How to detect aldehyde ketone in a lab?
For aldehyde ketone, we have tolerance test, and for aldehyde especially, we have tolerance test and phalanx test. For ketone, we have tolerance test, phalanx test, and 2,4-DNP and iodoform test.
Yes, phenol.
For phenol, we have FEC. We can react the FeCl3, and it will give a red color precipitate. We can use coupling dye to test, and it will give a coupled product, red color dye.
Next is alcohol.
For alcohol, we have Lucas test, in which you can differentiate 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree alcohol to SCl plus ZnCl2. We get.
Next, ester test.
Ester, we use the saponification conditions. Like if we put it in the alkali solution, then it will give the carboxylic acid, salt, and alcohols.
Hydrocarbon.
For hydrocarbon, we can use combustion reaction. It will give you the CO2.
Yes, good. Next, move on subject. Yes, you have topic wise chemistry. First is inorganic chemistry. Yes, you have lot of knowledge in your subject. In first is inorganic chemistry. So, how will you contribute your inorganic chemistry knowledge in your department, NFL chemist post? Explain 4-5 point. Whole inorganic.
Sir, NFL,
Any innovation?
it's majorly like fertilizer production is majorly a inorganic chemical reaction. 2 ammonia plus CO2 giving urea. So by knowing about the inorganic chemical kinetics, reaction conditions, inorganic chemical bonding and complexes, like we can use different catalysts too.
Any other point?
Other point, like we can use inorganic NMR to detect characteristic techniques of inorganic species.
Yes. Next one is organic chemistry. Yeah, yes, you have lot of knowledge in your organic chemistry. So how will you contribute your organic knowledge in your department? NFL, fertilizers. What the
Okay,
beneficial?
so fertilizers are directly employed with the plants, and they use many organic compounds. So by knowing their compatibility with the fertilizers, we can apply like make same quantity of fertilizer, and we can know that how they react with them. So,
Yes. Next one is physical chemistry. Physical chemistry knowledge. How will you contribute in your post, in your department, in fertilizer?
sir, by physical, we can optimize our reaction, like by knowing the kinetics, thermodynamics, temperature, pressure measurements. We can run our reaction according to our needs. We can reduce our energy expenditures by using the physical temperature parameters.
Yes, good. Next one is spectroscopy. Whole spectroscopy. How will you contribute your knowledge in spectroscopy in your department? Fertilizer. So many.
Spectroscopy is of the very various, like for the characterization, like we make the urea granules, so we can check it that whether it has any impurity and trace metal analysis, and so overall it used in the quality control thing.